Hey, what's up, YouTube? Ashton Nimdari here. Just gonna give a quick video update on my Achilles tendon rupture surgery. I had the surgery officially now a little over 3 weeks. 3 weeks was on Thursday. Today is Saturday. The first big news for this update at the 3 week mark is this bad boy right there. You see that shit? I got the cast off on Monday. Now, not everyone's experience is gonna be the same as mine because of the pandemic. I think I addressed this in my first video. I had to do kind of an emergency surgery. I met with my knee surgeon, and he got his buddy to do it the very next day. So I really haven't seen or talked to the actual doctor who performed my surgery yet. So it's been a pretty lonely journey in terms of guidance from the medical professionals so far. So on Monday I got the cast off, and that was great. For those of you who have the cast on right now, hang in there. I know it sucks balls. It's going to get better. So that was the biggest takeaway from this week, getting that cast off and adjusting to the freedom of without the boot. It's a great freedom, but you also got to take it a little bit seriously in terms of not getting carried away with keeping your foot out. I actually feel a lot more safer and secure in the boot to do stuff. When it's out, I have to be very, very cautious of. I remind myself not to do too much when I'm having it out. I'll tell you one thing, it's great to have it out so that I'm able to ice it. I'm able to throw some ice on it, relax it, and clean it. I think we overestimate sometimes the power of just a clean friggin' foot and a clean toe, and just being able to clean yourself. So it's great to not have to itch my leg every 30 seconds now. So that's the biggest takeaway from this week. So for those of you who are in the first phase of the surgery and in the cast, hang in there. It gets a little bit better. So I did go to the hospital this week. It was pretty much a waste of time. They just cut the cast off and put me in the boot, which I had to get on my own. I had to get my own Achilles wedges. I ordered those online, and they came in last week, and then I just got it put in on Monday. So I could have done the cast switch at my house. Could have just had my wife cut the cast off and do it. But I went to the hospital, wasted a whole bunch of time because the doctor did not even check the repair. So it's unfortunate that that's what's going on, but it's also good because I get to share it with you guys on YouTube and share how to go through this. Sometimes you have to go through stuff alone, and in this case I'm doing it. I do have guidance from my athletic therapist, but she's not in her office yet because she's still kind of in limbo with the whole closures and lockdowns going on. So she's advising me through email, and it's just up to me to get it done. The biggest takeaway at this point is making sure that your cut is healed. My cut, for the most part, it's a pretty big cut, maybe about 4 inches, about that big. The part from the top of the cut to right at the heel was, well stitched, done a good job. It looks like potentially that where the heel skin at the back of the heel, where the skin kind of crunches up, looks like one of the stitches may have came out there, and when I took the cast off, the spot looked a little bit wet. So it was kind of my mission this week to kind of dry that out, let it scab up so that I can actually take a shower. So it looks really good right now. We cleaned it again last night. We put the steri strips back on, and I don't even think we needed to do the steri strips. We're going to give it the rest of the weekend, and then I'm going to be able to shower like normal. hopefully Monday night, or I'll be able to do that, and that'll be a good milestone as well as showering like a normal person. Right now I sit in the tub with my leg out and have the water fall on me like a drunken hobo. But the end is near for that, with a garbage bag over my leg. So the end is near for that. So the cut is healing. I think that's the most important part. The cut is healing, and I don't have to worry about infection so much anymore. Just more of management of the scar and the scab, and just making sure that I keep that thing dry after I shower going forward, until that scab comes off, and then I'm good. Once that top layer of dermis skin kind of gets really solid, then I'm a clear path in terms of the incision from there. The other big thing I want to share is in terms of rehab. There's still not much going on in terms of rehab. Right now, all I'm doing is ankle flexions, so pointing the toe and bringing it back as much as I can, pointing the toe. What I do find is coming back this way, because pretend this is my leg, this is where the incision would be on the heel. When I'm pulling the toe back, obviously it's very restricted compared to my other ankle, so I do feel when I do that like a stretch, but it's actually not the Achilles. It's more of the incision kind of pulling, the scar tissue within that incision kind of pulling. So don't really be too nervous about that. Keep doing that exercise if that's what your physio prescribes. That's what mine did, and it's getting better day by day. So all we're doing right now is I'm doing the toe crunches, just crunching the toes. I noticed that I had some very, very lack of mobility in the toes once the cast came off. Now I got the toe mobility back. The ankle flexion and dorsiflexion, that kind of gets the calf going. I noticed that my calf my calf is virtually non-existent. I took a photo. I'm gonna try to post it up a little later, and my calf is non-existent, but that is what it is. And then the other rehab thing I'm doing is just small ankle circles. I'm not trying to do full range. I'm just trying to move the ankle in that circular motion because of that. So those are pretty much the only rehab things I'm doing right now. I was a little nervous about the calf, losing my calf so much, but my physio did advise me. Like, this is my third major surgery from professional fighting. I've had both my I had a shoulder labrum done on my right, I had a pec tear on my left, and then I've also done an ACL replacement on my left knee. So I've been through this quite a bit, and she kind of has been there with me through at least two of those surgeries, and she really advised me that don't worry about the calf, it'll come back. Same thing as with my knee. My quad disappeared. I got it back relatively fast once I started rehab. Same thing with my arm, my pec that I tore back in 2018. The pec disappeared, and the deltoid disappeared, and as you can see, like, I had a strong, big, nice, strong arm now. It came back really, really fast. It's not much to worry about. So if your calf is my calf is jiggly, like, it's really jiggly. I'm not concerned. It's just it sucks. In this phase, the biggest thing I noticed this past week is as I got more mobility, more independence back in the air cast, I actually got a little bit more sad this week, a little bit more depressed. Not in a bad way. I'm still keeping myself super busy, working on business, working on my wife's business, helping her out there. Still going, seeing clients. I think the biggest thing that made me sad was, like, when I going to see clients, I can't drive because this is on my driving foot, so I have to use Uber, and I use the crutches to get around because the scooter is a little too bulky to get into my clients' homes and to their gyms in the basements or wherever they have their gyms. So I have to use the crutches. So getting around that way is very, very, very frustrating and taxing. Like, when I get to somebody's house, I have to butt scoot down the stairs, butt scoot up the stairs just to get. So over time it gets a little bit discouraging. But at the end of the day, I'm still working, still making money, so I have to remind myself that it could be worse. I could not be working at all and not be bringing in income at all. So that's a positive. It's a positive to take away. But I've also noticed because it's so hard to exercise right now, because I have to do most of the things on my knees. I've been pushing my workouts in. Normally, I do my workouts in the morning. I'm a go-getter about them. I'm excited about exercising and taking care of myself. I've noticed the last week, the last 7 to 10 days, just been lackadaisical with it, and not because I don't want to do it. I want to do it, but it's just it's hard with the adjusting with the boot on. So this week my plan is to kind of break myself out of that and just force myself to exercise first thing, in the morning, first thing after I'm done working, whatever, just get going before noon even starts, and not pushing it to the end of the day. I've noticed my flexibility is getting a little bit hampered because of sitting around a lot more. I noticed a little bit more weight gain because of that, but I'm eating decently well. But when those kind of negative feelings come in, you just want to eat chips and stuff like that. So I'm trying to really, really back off of those feelings to not overdo it on that kind of stuff, because I am going into this fourth week now. You're looking at, and then maybe another two, and then you can kind of get back to it. So I don't want to be into a really negative position, and neither do you. You don't want to come out 6 weeks, you can start weight bearing, start getting back to life, and you're 30 pounds heavier because you were irresponsible in terms of your diet and exercise during this phase. So that's the biggest takeaway right now. So what I'm looking forward to in the next week is getting one of the wedges out. So Thursdays are normally my day. I had the surgery on a Thursday, so my weeks go by Thursdays now. So Thursday I get one of the wedges out. So that's a good thing to look forward to. And I've been advised I can start driving around the 6 week mark. So that's another very positive thing to look forward to. So I can start getting around, start doing things for my family again. And yeah, so that's it for me this week. So that's the third week. So to sum it up, just kind of mentally it gets a little taxing. Even though you get the cast off, some of you get the cast off at this phase. Stay positive, stay busy. Make sure you have some sort of projects to work on, things that you normally might not have done while you're in your normal work life, passion projects, whatever it be. Stay very busy. If you do not stay busy, this gets really, really, really shitty. And try to get your exercise in. It's modified. I'm putting together some sort of programs to kind of help people out with that, and I'll put that out once I'm done with this recovery. I'll have all that put out. But I'm learning some cool modifications. I did some yoga last night, and some cool modifications to do those kind of workouts with the boot on. So anyway, have a great day. Hope you are doing well with your recovery. I'm doing well with mine, and I cannot wait to start getting back in professional athlete shaping and get back in the cage and put on a show. But that's still a while away. I'm taking it one day at a time. Later, YouTube.